my name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services, and thank you for joining me today for another week of Vital Fitness. Um, let's get seated in our chairs here. This is an all abilities exercise class. So go ahead and get relaxed, and we'll take some deep breathing in and out. And so let's inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. Again, inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. So make sure you are seated in a chair with no wheels underneath. And let's go ahead and start with our head. We're going to just move our head and our neck, and let's look side to side. So go ahead and look to the side, center, and then the other side. Feel free to practice deep breathing with this one. And so what you can do is inhale when you look to the side. Exhale, look center. Inhale. Exhale. And again. And just stay relaxed. Do it at a comfortable range of motion, however far your head and your neck can look. And let's look up to the ceiling this time. So looking up to the ceiling, straight ahead and down to the floor. Just warming up our head and our neck before we do any more of our exercises. Want to make sure that we're warmed up. Want to make sure too that we are in comfortable clothing that we can move around in. We'll be doing a lot of seated and standing exercises, but of course, because it's an all abilities exercise class, feel free to just do whatever movements you can manage to do today. Okay, one more, looking up to the ceiling, straight ahead and down to the floor. Okay, let's do our shoulders this time. We're just gonna roll our shoulders forward, making small circles with our shoulders. So warming up those shoulders, taking deep breaths in and out as we do this. And make sure to also have water nearby you. You don't want to get thirsty throughout the day, or throughout the hour, so you don't want to grow thirsty, because then you're already dehydrated at that point. Okay, let's roll our shoulders backwards this time. Taking deep breaths in and out. Okay. Relax those shoulders, moving down to the arms this time. We are simply going to raise our arms up and then back down. So I am raising them at about chest level and then bringing them back down. And this is something that you can do if you already feel like you want to challenge yourself and you feel pretty warmed up. You can do it with weights in your hands. That's up to you. I know that we don't all have weights at home, and so we can substitute with things like, say, cans of soup or water bottles or something that's about of equal weight. So, of course, because it's an all abilities exercise class, no need to do that right now, but that's just if you want to. Okay, if you feel ready to, go ahead and raise your arms a little bit higher up, increasing that range of motion. Again, pay attention to what you can do. You don't want to stress it out too much. We are still somewhat warming up here. So go ahead and raise your arms all the way up, your fingertips pointing to the ceiling if you can, and then bringing it all the way back down. This is probably going to be a slower movement for you, just because we're traveling a bit more distance. Well, if you want to challenge yourself, you can keep it about the same speed as what we were doing earlier, but that is up to you. Go ahead and readjust as necessary. Okay, and let's go ahead and lower our arms again. Keep on breathing. Not quite pointing to the ceiling now this time, maybe pointing at an angle. And let's just have it pointing straight out in front of us, just at chest level. And just a few more times, and then we're going to rest our arms and move down to our legs. Well, actually, before our legs, we're going to move down to our core or abdomen area. Okay, and one last. And rest. Shake that off. Drink some water if you need to. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, we worked on our head and our neck, our shoulders, our arms. Let's move on to our core, our abdomen area this time. Warming that up, we are going to simply look all the way to the side with both our shoulders, head, and neck moving, turning towards the side, straight ahead, and then turning to the other side, straight ahead. So we are kind of twisting a little bit here. You feel that kind of right there in your center. As you twist, you feel it clench, your muscles here clench. And that's what you're supposed to be feeling. Okay, if you feel ready to, go ahead and look all the way back if you can. But of course, as always, adjust as necessary with whatever range of motion you can manage with. So, taking deep breaths in and out. Don't forget to keep on breathing. Okay, let's do one more on each side. And done. And take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Drink some water. Okay, moving down to our legs this time. So go ahead. We're actually going to start from our ankles here. And what we want to do is we are simply going to raise our heels off of the ground and then raise our toes off of the ground. So lifting those heels and then lifting our toes. Lifting the heels and then toes. So switching back and forth here. And really the rest of your body is relaxed. Feel those stretches within your ankle. You feel it in your calves too a little bit. Kind of your back of the calves and right in front as well. I know I feel it in the back whenever I go up on my toes and lift my heels. I feel it right here. Then when I raise my toes up, I feel it kind of right here in front. So the two opposing sides. And if you don't quite feel it, try and push it a little bit more. Sometimes when we're doing these small stretches here, it's good to keep on breathing, because then with every inhale and exhale especially, you can feel yourself maybe push a little bit farther, stretch a little bit more. But of course, you know your body best, so do what you can manage to do at a comfortable range of motion. Okay, let's set that down. Taking a deep breath in again. Taking a deep breath out. Another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay, let's move up to our thighs here, our legs. And we are simply going to warm up with this. We are going to raise one leg up. Let me face just a little bit to the side here. Raise one leg up and then set it back down. Raise the other leg up and set it back down. So we are alternating our legs here as we raise them up. And if you can only raise so high up, that's okay. If you can only make it to up to here, that's okay. Keep on going at whatever height you can manage. And then also, keep the same speed as well. So if it takes you long to get up, then it should just take you about the same time to get back down. Don't let gravity kind of, just let it drop back down. So you don't want that. You want to control the movement the whole way through. The slower you go, actually, sometimes it feels a little bit more difficult. If you want to challenge yourself more, you can also choose to point or flex your toes, up to you when it's right out in front of you. That makes it a bit more of a challenge for your calves to work on. And you can do either one. Pointing your toes, you kind of feel that on the underside. And then flexing your feet, you feel it kind of right on top here. So, up to you. Go ahead and go slow. Let's just slow it down. It probably starts to feel tired now. And let's do one more on each side. So here's one. And down. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay, let's do some seated marching this time. So, we are simply going to march in place. We're going to do it sitting down for right now, but simply raise one knee up and then raise the other knee up. So you're just switching and alternating both sides here as you raise one knee up and the other. You don't have to raise it too high up. You can just raise it a little bit, maybe a couple inches off the ground if you'd like. And it's completely up to you. However you want to challenge yourself today. And we're taking it slow right now because we are going to speed it up. So, you can go fast already if you would like to. But we're going to try and push a little bit faster as well. So right now we're taking deep breaths in and out. Getting used to the movement, getting used to the range of motion that we are lifting our leg in, lifting our knees. And then let's go ahead and speed it up. That might mean we're not raising our legs as high, or maybe we can still raise our legs as high, and that's great for you. Go ahead and do that. But go ahead, speeding it up. Do it as fast as you can now. Imagine you're kind of running in our chairs, of course. And slow it back down. Taking deep breaths in and out, in and out. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax and release. Take another deep breath in. Take another deep breath out. And we are going to sit towards the edge of our seat now because we're going to do our sit to stand exercise. So if you are already aware of how to do this, go ahead and follow along. If you'd like to just watch what that might be for now, we'll do a couple demonstrations and feel free to follow along when you're ready. But the important part is that we're going to sit in our chairs. Our legs are free. There's kind of no room over here, or there's a lot of room underneath, So sit towards the edge of your chair, feet flat on the floor, arms just relaxing at your sides, and your posture is straight the whole entire time. So you want to make sure that posture is straight. And that's the important part here. We are going to take a deep breath in first, Take a deep breath out. And the first part to our sit to stand is simply leaning over. Inhale and exhale. Let's try that again. So inhale as you reach over. My arms, they're just about at chest level. They're not really going to go any higher up here. So inhale and exhale. Posture is straight. We're looking up ahead. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. The second part to our sit to stand is lifting a little bit off our chair and then coming back down gently. So there are multiple ways to do this. I'll show the first one where we just do it kind of with no assistance. And so that from the beginning, because these two build up on each other, let's do our first motion where we simply lean over and then come back. And then our second motion where we lift a little and then come back down to our seat. So, first motion, no lifting yet. And let's go and inhale, exhale. Second motion, lift a little. Inhale and exhale. So if you saw that, I just lifted a few inches off my chair and then I gently came back down, tried not to plop down. Okay, this is how you do it with a chair-assisted form. And so I have a chair in front of me here. So a chair, got that right in front of me. You can have a chair or maybe a table, whatever works for you. Just make sure that it is also stable. You don't have wheels underneath your chairs or anything like that. And so let's do our first part, no lifting, and then our second part, lifting a little. So, okay, take a deep breath in and inhale first. Deep breath out and exhale. And let's go ahead and do that. No lifting. Inhale, exhale, lift a little, inhale, and exhale. Okay, let's try that again now. I'm going to do it another time with this chair in front of me. So make sure you're looking up the whole time. Your posture is straight the whole time as well. Okay, so go ahead. No lifting yet. We are going to inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, so I'm going to set this chair aside and show one more way in which to do this. So another way to increase your momentum and help you get up and off your chair is to rock back and then use your legs to push you forward. So I'll show that with the whole thing with our arms as well. Let's start with our first motion again. No lifting, and then now lifting a little. And let's go ahead, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And we're gonna lean over, no lifting. Inhale, exhale. Lift a little this time, rock back before you do it. Inhale, and exhale. So this is actually a trick that you can do when you're trying to get up and off your chair, even when you're not exercising. I know we're doing our sit to stand exercise right now, but this has a lot of practical application just in life in general. So let's try those two together 2 more times here, and then we're going to move on to our last part. Okay. So go ahead, hold on to that chair if you need that support. Do whichever variation works best for you, but we're going to do it 2 times. Let's start with no lifting and then lifting a little. So inhale as you reach over and exhale. Go ahead, inhale, lift a little and exhale. One more time here. Inhale, reach over and exhale. Now inhale, lift a little and exhale. So I did 2 different variations there. Feel free to choose whichever one works best for you. And of course, because it is a sit to stand, we are going to end this exercise with us standing up, and then we will stay standing. For those of you who would like to stay seated down, go ahead, stay seated down. We're going to show variations of how to do our exercises. Okay. So, sitting down, we are going to do our first motion, just stretching, no lifting just yet, lifting a little, and then standing all the way up. We'll do this twice here. So, first motion, no lifting. Inhale, exhale, lift a little, inhale, and exhale. Standing all the way up, inhale, and exhale. Okay, before you sit back down, we are going to do this gently in a controlled way. So feel that chair behind you. It's touching the back of your legs. You know where it is. You know where you're going to sit down. And you're going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale. And gently lower yourselves. Okay, scoot back to the edge of that chair again. Make sure your posture is upright, shoulders rolled back. And we're going to do it one more time, and then we will stay standing. So drink some water if you need to. I know we've been going. Go ahead and do that. Okay, this time. Let's take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale. And let's go ahead. We are going to inhale, lean over, no lifting. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. Exhale. Stand all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. And stand behind your chair this time. We are going to take an inhale and an exhale again. And we are going to roll out our ankles here. So to do that, go ahead and hold on to that chair for support if you need that. But we are going to raise one heel. We're going to raise one heel off of the ground here. And then we're going to draw a circle with that heel. So this is what it looks like from the side and then from the front. So my toes, they're still on the ground here. But my heel is trying to draw as big of a circle as it can. Let's switch directions. Kind of waking up our ankles, a little bit of our toes as well. You're drawing as big of a circle with your heel. So that's the key image to think of when you're doing this exercise. Of course, hold on to a chair if you need that support. And switch feet. Again, let's do that. We are going to raise one heel up off of the ground. Toes are still planted on the ground here. And then we are going to draw a circle with our heel. Drawing as big of a circle as we can. Right there. Drawing as big of a circle as we can with our heel, while our toes Still remain in contact with the ground. I don't really have much weight on this leg right here, the one that's circling. So stretches. And that's because I'm doing all these circular motions here. You can't really put weight on your leg to do that. So we're waking up our ankles, waking up our toes as we do this. And if you hear noises, that's pretty normal. I know I heard some. You just want to make sure that it's not painful. If you're feeling any sharp pain, that's not a feeling that you want to feel. So go ahead and stop if you're feeling that. But otherwise, we are going to do it just for a few more. And rest. So our ankles are a little bit warmer. If you are doing your exercises seated down, I forgot to mention, you should be able to do this as well. Do those ankle rolls. And this time, let's stand behind our chair here. So, holding on to that chair for support if we need to. Otherwise, we can have our hands at our hips. Up to you, whatever works. We are going to go up, tippy toes, and back down. So going up on our toes and back down. We're raising those heels off of the ground as high as we can and keep on going. For those of you sitting down, you can do this as well. But an extra challenge that you can do is to sit towards the edge of your chair to do this. That's because you feel more of the weight of your legs. So my legs, they're not kind of stuck on this chair. They have room underneath, and it makes it a little bit more challenging to do this because you feel more of that weight, especially from your thighs. So go ahead, raise those heels up, keep about the same speed going up as you are coming down. An extra challenge with this one as well, if you would like to give yourself that challenge, is to raise your toe or your heels up, and then instead of going completely back down, you just kind of let it hover above the ground. So it's a little bit hard to see with my feet here, but I'm not completely going back down to the floor. I'm not completely letting my heels rest back down to the floor. And that, you're really kind of pulsing that movement. And so it becomes quite challenging to do over a long period of time. And you can give yourself that challenge if you feel ready to. But of course, just keep on doing it. Keep on moving, whatever your range of motion is. Okay, last one. And rest. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. So I'm shaking my legs here to kind of release some of that tension that we just felt. I know I felt it definitely in my calves. Okay. Okay. Another drink of water. Make sure we're staying hydrated throughout this whole time. Okay, this time. We're going to still stand behind our chair here, and we are going to extend a foot out. So I'm pointing my leg out, keeping it straight. I'm holding on to this chair for support if I need to. If you don't, you can simply have your hands right on your hips. That's up to you. But I'm gonna have my hands on the chair, but I'm gonna kind of push the chair aside so that you can see what my legs are doing. So we are going to simply extend a leg out to the side and then bring it back in. Again, same leg, we're not switching legs. Extend it out to the side and bring it back in. And keep on going, extending, and then coming back to center. Extending, coming back to center. And I do not have weight on this leg that is stretching out. And me pointing my toes here, I don't really have weight on this leg. All my weight is on my stationary leg that's just right underneath me. Okay, let's switch. Other side this time, this leg. We are going to stretch to side, back to center, side, back to center. Just one leg moving the whole entire time. Taking deep breaths in and out. Making sure we complete the movement. We're stretching out, kind of really feel like you're extending out and pointing your toes out to the side. And you're keeping the rest of you straight. So, okay, 2 more. Okay, coming back to this leg. So, let's extend it out to the side again. So, extend it out to the side. Have it come back to center, what we've done before, and then we're going to extend it back behind us. So you can't really see what I'm doing here with my leg. I'm going to turn to the side for you to see, but I am extending my leg back behind me. And when I do this, I am trying to keep this leg as straight as possible, kind of also pointing my toe, keeping that leg straight as possible. And I'm keeping my upper body straight as well. So imagine you're not bending over like this, even though that does allow you to go a little bit farther. We don't want that. We don't want to be leaning over. We want to keep ourselves upright the whole entire time. So imagine it's just your leg stretching back and to the side. So what I'm doing, I am going to the side, and then I'm coming back. Going to the side, and coming back. So what that looks like, to the side, come back, to the side, and come back. Okay, let's try that with the other leg this time. Same thing, we're going to start off stretching to the side, and then we're going to bring it back behind us. And when we bring it back, we are not leaning over, but we are keeping ourselves upright. So, stretching it to the side, and then stretching it back. So, to the side, and then stretch back. Hold on to that chair for support if you need to the side, and back. Stretch to the side, and come back. Stretch to the side, and come back. Okay, relax. Take another deep breath in. Another deep breath out. Drink some water. We are going to sit back down here. Let's do our controlled way of sitting back down again. This is what we were doing earlier when we were doing our sit to stand. And what that is basically feeling that chair behind you. You know where you're going to sit down. It's touching the back of your legs. And we are going to inhale, take a deep breath in. Exhale, take a deep breath out. And we have gently lowered ourselves back to the chair. Okay. We have done a lot with legs, so we are giving that a good break. We are going to stretch over and grab our stretch bands this time. So if you don't have a stretch band, don't worry. You can do this exercise without one. This is simply for you if you would like to challenge yourself with it. And it's not a requirement to do this. And let's take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. And let us go ahead this time. Hold on to both ends of the stretch band. Remember that the farther your hands are from each other, the more difficult it becomes, or not more difficult, the easier it becomes, because then you don't have to pull against that much resistance. As opposed to having your hands really close together, then you really have to kind of work hard. Your stretch band might break as well, so don't have it too close. Might be too strong for it. But go ahead, do whatever distance works best for you, and relax your body. Roll back those shoulders. So just having it relaxed. Taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out. And let's start chest level right in front of us, and then stretch out to the sides. So chest level, stretch out to the sides. Taking deep breaths in and out as we do this. I usually inhale when it's relaxed like this. Exhale when I push out. Well, it's not quite pushing out, but it's kind of pulling those to the side. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And feel free to keep on doing that breathing if that works for you. If the opposite works better for you, then go ahead and do that. I just know that the harder it gets, try not to let loose, the harder it gets, the more difficult it is to kind of pull the two ends apart. And when motion becomes difficult, you usually exhale and kind of help push yourself through it, if that makes sense. So that is usually what your body would be most comfortable doing. So go ahead and just do our last one here, but test it out. Whatever breathing works for you, as long as you keep on breathing. And relax. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's relax from that. We are going to kind of just stretch out our arms here. So stretch them out to the sides, wide open, fingertips pointing to the sides, and taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out. Stretch a little bit more, so bring those arms a little bit farther behind you. So we were starting right here, just at our sides, and then we are going to bring our arms a little bit farther behind us. So take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. You could probably stretch a little bit more when you breathe out. Another one, inhale and exhale. And release. Okay. We're going to keep on doing that kind of a stretch here. So I'm going to show what it looks like a little bit off to the side here. But let's have our arms out to the sides again. And then we're going to bring our arms, our palms, so we're going to have them meet right in front of each other. And then have our arms back to the sides. So we are simply having our palms meet together in front of our chest, arms stretched out, and then fingertips pointing to the sides. So we're just repeating this movement, giving a bit of a break, a small break for our arms. We've been working them hard. So in front of us, and then open, in front of us, and then open. Okay, if you feel ready to do a challenge with this one, go ahead. When you have your palms meet together in front of you, slightly round your back. So you're also engaging that back when you do this. And then open it up, opening up that chest, bringing your arms a little bit farther back. And do it again, slightly round your back with your palms meeting each other. And then open up your chest when you bring your hands back. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. And release. Relax those arms. Take a deep breath in and out. Drink some water. And let's take another small mini break here. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. One more time. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Okay. My arms feel quite tired from that, so I'm going to rest them for now and move back to my shoulders here. So have your shoulders kind of just pull them straight down and then shrug your shoulders up. So we're just warming up our shoulders as we shrug them up and down, doing this motion, this exercise. Another mini break, taking deep breaths in and out. If you don't need a break, you can do this with weights in your hands. So I have 2-pound weights here. Again, you can substitute with something like cans of soup, water bottles, whatever works best for you. But simply shrug your shoulders up and down, up and down. Taking deep breaths in and out as you do this. And we're going to inhale and exhale. Okay, relax, take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, I'm going to hold on to one weight this time, and I am actually going to raise it above my head here. So let me scoot a little bit farther back so you can see. My hands are up high, and then I'm going to have it bend backward. So it's bending backwards right here. Hands up high, stretched out, and bending backwards. Stretched out and bending backwards. So taking deep breaths in and out as you do this. You can choose to do this without a weight. And to do it without a weight, you can clasp your hands together, so have your palms meet. So my fingers are interlocked, and I'm stretching out and then back. Stretching straight out and back. Kind of above my head and then coming back. So you can do this motion without weights. So if you don't have weights, don't worry. You can keep on going. Taking a deep breath in and out here. And let's do 3 more. So 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Okay, we've been working really hard, so I think I'm going to have a very long cool down for today. Take a deep breath in and out here. You can choose to cool down standing up or sitting down, whatever works best for you. But let's start with our head and our neck again here. Let's take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So again, with our head and our neck, we are going to make sure our shoulders are pulled down. They're not kind of rising up here, but we are going to stretch over and imagine as though you're gonna try and reach your ear to your shoulder. It's trying to get to that point, but it won't actually touch it. So you're not doing this where you're putting that shoulder up. Kind of really sit, have it back down. Actually pull your shoulders down while you do this so that you feel even deeper of a stretch. And you should feel a stretch right here. So take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Other side. Remember, you're pulling those shoulders down. They're not meeting your ear, but you're pulling it down. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. One more. And out. Switch to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Switch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And release. Okay, we did it to the sides. Now we're going to do it up, looking up. So we are going to make sure pull those shoulders back down again. We are going to look all the way up. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Inhale and exhale. And look straight ahead again here. And let's look down. Make sure you're pulling these shoulders down. You're not doing this or pulling those shoulders down. If you feel a stretch, kind of like right at the, kind of almost like the base of your neck or your upper back. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. One more time. And out. And look straight ahead again here. Okay, our head and our neck is a little bit looser, a little bit more relaxed maybe, hopefully. Let's move down to our shoulders this time. And let's go ahead, well actually our whole entire arm here. We are going to stretch one arm out to the side, and then we're going to have that arm come across our body. Notice how when I do this, I'm not turning with it. So I'm keeping that upper body facing straight the whole entire time as I do this. But stretch that arm off to the side, have it come across your body, and then grab your other arm, and we're going to pull that a little bit more to the side. Pull it just to the point where you feel a stretch right here, your tricep, the back of your arm. If you feel a stretch there, that's all you need to go. That's how far you need to go. If you would like even deeper of a stretch, go ahead, bring the shoulder down. So you're pulling that shoulder down while pulling this arm to the side, and then you really feel that stretch. I know sometimes I feel it towards the back too. So go ahead and inhale and exhale and release. Let's try that again. Arm off to the side. Have it come across. You're facing the front the whole entire time. Grab your other arm and have it pull to the side. Feel a stretch right here at your tricep. And if you want an extra stretch for your shoulder, go ahead and bring the shoulder down. You feel even more of a stretch. Pulling the shoulder down while pulling this to the side. and release. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Okay, drink some water. Okay, we're gonna stretch our core this time. So this time we are going to kind of lean over off to one side. So it's like, imagine you are shifting your weight to the side and then you're kind of stretching out. Imagine say if you have your hand down, you're trying to get something on the ground right here, and you feel a stretch right here on this side, and that's the stretch that you want to feel. And release. Let's not hold that for too long. So again, imagine you're grabbing something, you're on the ground, and you're stretching. Feel that stretch right here, and release. Don't hold it for too long. Make sure you're breathing, especially now that we're stretching. But go ahead and inhale, exhale, come back, inhale, exhale, come back, again, inhale, you're reaching for something, exhale, come back, inhale, exhale, come back. Let's try it this time where we exhale as we go back down. So we're going to inhale and then exhale, come back down. Come back to center, inhale, exhale when we come back down. You might notice you can stretch a little bit farther. Pay attention to your body. I know that when I exhale, I often can stretch a little bit farther than the last time. So let's try that again. Really pay attention to your body here. So inhaling, and then exhale, release. Inhaling, exhale, release. Feel that stretch on your side. Again, inhaling, exhale, release. Inhaling, exhale, release. Go ahead and straighten back up again here. And we're going to do one last sit to stand. If you were doing this with sitting down the whole entire time here with us, this time let's go ahead and do one last sit to stand, and we're going to end our day standing up. Have your feet down to the floor, feet flat, postures upright, shoulders rolled back, and you're sitting on the edge. You have that space, that room underneath. And let's go ahead and inhale, lean over, exhale, lift a little this time, inhale, and exhale, stand all the way up, inhale, and exhale. Okay, we're going to end the day standing up here, and we're going to stretch our legs. So, to stretch our legs here, we are going to stand behind our chair, and we are going to extend a leg back behind us. And we're going to have our feet flat on the floor, feet flat on the floor, and we're just going to lean forward. This time we can lean forward. I know earlier I told you not to lean forward, but this time go ahead and lean forward, keeping both legs straight. So both legs are straight here, feet completely flat on the ground. And straighten up. Other leg this time in front. And same thing. Keep that posture straight so we're not leaning over forward and hunching our back. This is not what's happening. We're actually still kind of activating that core that we have here. Inhale, and exhale. Okay, let's try that again. One foot in front of the other, feet flat on the floor. Hold on to that chair for support. And if you can go a little bit lower, go ahead and inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Making sure you keep your flat back. So, or your back flat. Another leg, or your other leg in front. And inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, let's stretch out our legs a little bit more here. And this time, we are going to kind of do a similar thing here. We are going to put one foot in front of the other. This time, instead of both legs being stretched out, our front leg is going to be bent, and our back leg is the one that's stretched out, making sure our feet are flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in and out. Switch legs. And keep the feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in and out. Switch legs again. I'm going to do this seated to a seated variation to feel that same stretch. We are going to extend the leg out in front of us. Keep that leg outstretched but not locked in place. Don't lock that knee in place. Flex that foot, so instead of keeping it flat to the floor, we're going to have it flexed, our toes pointing up to the ceiling if we can, and we're going to lean our weight forward, keeping that back straight. And you should feel a stretch right here, kind of on the underside of your leg. Go ahead and switch. Leg outstretched, don't lock your knee in place. Flex that foot, toes pointing up to the ceiling, and bend forward. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. And release. Okay. And for our last part, let's come back to our ankles again this time. We are going to extend one leg out, draw a circle with our ankle, doing our ankle circles again here. Well, we were doing a different kind earlier, but go ahead, draw a circle as big as you can with your toes. Just stretch out a leg if you're sitting down, same thing. Switch directions. Taking deep breaths in, out. And other leg this time, stretch it out, draw as big of a circle as you can with your leg, taking a deep breath in and out, inhaling and exhaling, and other direction, same leg though, same leg, and release. Okay, so we did the whole entire thing here today. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Carmel, and I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program, where we serve older adults with health and wellness classes like these ones, caregiving, as well as all the different types of volunteer opportunities that we have coming up here. And also, I hope you're all taking care and staying safe. I want to let you know that I'll post the Vital Living link there if you'd like to see it. There's our newsletter that we send out every month, and I hope you're all taking care and staying safe. So have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.